a new vlog. I have to talk really quietly because Ben's still sleeping. Do something in my eye. I'm just having some breakfast really quickly. I had to make my oats with water this morning because we have no milk left. And then I had protein, Nutella, and frozen raspberries. So I'm gonna eat this real quick, go buy a coffee, and then head to uni. I've got class from 8 till 12. And then I think I'm gonna try to stay a little bit after class and get some study done in the library. Okay, so it's 12:30 and I'm already back home. I decided not to stay and study because every door in our uni building requires a key card to like swipe to open it. It's all locked, which is normally fine because we have a key card, but it's actually our last day of classes for the semester today, which is so terrifying and also so exciting that like we're nearly halfway through the year already. But we had to give our key cards back for the holidays because we won't be there for like 3 weeks and we can't have access because it also gives us access to inside the hospital, so we're not allowed that access unless we're actually technically on the campus. But that means that I didn't have access to the library where I like to study, and I could have gotten someone to swipe me in, but I was like, I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna go home. This is my little study setup. All this writing on my whiteboard is from my assessment that I had. I had to pick out of a hat whether I did cardio resp or a GIT full exam on someone. It was just like I did it on a classmate, and then my tutor watched me and marked me, but I wrote it up there so I could have a quick reference when I was practicing on Ben, and then he could see what I was meant to be doing as I was practicing on him, and tell me if I missed anything. And then I need to put this shirt away, but that's my little study nook. This is what I wore. I need to throw these flowers out. Vase is from Kmart. This is my outfit. This is my bag of clothes that I'm taking to the girls that I'm friends with at the gym because our closet's tiny and I have too much activewear all the time. So I went through and I'm gonna see if they want any of it before I take it to an op shop. I'm wearing my favourite shoes with long socks, ignore that. These are Doc clogs, I'm just obsessed with them. These pants are from Uniqlo. I think they were only like $60, but I did have to get my grandma to take the hem down because when I bought them they were like too short. And I didn't realise when I tried them on in the shop for some reason. And then this bit of a basic girl top, but this is my lioness top that I've had for like a year now, and that every other girl also owns, but I don't care because I love it. Call me basic. I don't care. This mirror, by the way, is from Kmart as well. And so is this whole little setup that I've got next to the couch. I've also been on Accutane for 3.5 months now, and my skin's finally starting to look a bit better. Definitely still a little bit of pimples, but I'm actually due for my period, and usually when I'm due for my period, like last month, I'll put a clip here, my skin was so angry, so sore, so inflamed. So it's definitely a lot better this month. I just can't help myself but to pick the shit out of my skin and give myself massive scabs that take weeks to heal. Anyway. Did a class at the gym. I just need to moisturize and then I'm gonna get started on dinner. My hair is overstimulating me. Oh. I'm just not in a good mood. The past couple of nights I've not been in a good mood. It just... Oh, and I've had something in my eye all day. I think I'm just tired. I literally... I really want to complain right now, but I'm not going to. I was editing the footage from my previous vlog where I was wearing this and I look so silly, but what are you gonna do? I was saying before I wanted to complain about food, but I wasn't going to, and I want to talk more about that while I make dinner. We're having popcorn chicken, coconut rice, boiled eggs, bowl, and it looks unreal. It can be really tempting to complain about food sometimes. I think, especially because it is something that I can struggle with sometimes, and I've struggled with in the past, and I've spoken about struggling with in the past. And yeah, I think just needs to be spoken about more. I post online, and I would hope that other people post online to be a positive influence. And I don't think that any positive influence can come from any negative talk around food. I think if you're saying anything along the lines of literally anything, like, I didn't eat well today, you might not think it's inherently negative, but it is, like being like, I'm struggling to eat enough lately. I don't have an appetite, or I keep forgetting to eat, or like that's still negative talk. And that, I think, can be really damaging in a way that most people, like, if you haven't struggled with food, you wouldn't really understand how, maybe, or maybe you would, I don't know. But I think for me, if, like, when I was struggling and I would see someone saying, like, I need to eat more food, or I've been struggling to eat, that makes you feel horrible about whatever it is you've eaten that day, even if it's not enough, even if you've been restricting all day and starving yourself. To see someone else being like, I'm really struggling with thinking about food, like, I just forget to eat, and like, food is all you're thinking about all day because you're so obsessed with restricting it. That messes with your brain in a way that I don't think I can adequately explain. So you will never see me, I don't really post about food anymore because it is really hard to post about food without knowing that I'm going to trigger someone out there in some way. And that's not me like worrying too much about what people think about me. That's me having lived those experiences and being triggered. And I never blame anyone for it. I know it's on me, but I would hate to think that I'm making someone feel the way that I felt a few years ago. And it's almost impossible to talk about food without there being ways that people who are struggling with food to manipulate it in their own brain. I just realized I didn't start a timer for my rice, but I did start this recording. Thank God for that. And I've also just been stood here yapping when I said I was gonna cook dinner. I'm off to class, not class, placement. My pants are from General Pants. My top is from Dish. And I'm wearing my other docs today. It's only like 5:15. It's dark out there. A storm came through, which is really weird, and it's been absolutely bucketing for a while now. and the dryer is on because we had washing on the line, and usually the direction that the rain goes, the washing doesn't get wet, but the rain came in the opposite direction to usual and soaked all our clothes. So that's really fun. I got home at about 2:30. I decided not to go to the rest of my classes today because I was just feeling really stressed. Obviously on the weekend, have I even spoken about this? On the weekend I had Torian, which was Saturday, Sunday, competing in the pro pairs, which was so much fun. We ended up coming 6th and got to do our final workout on the main floor at Torian, which was such a cool experience. I've never been on the main floor before. But anyway, that was a cool experience, but I didn't do any uni all weekend. I did maybe 100 Anki cards, and my exam is in a week and a half. So I'm pretty stressed. I also had an assignment due last Friday and I have another one due this Friday. So I decided to work on that today. That's what I've been doing this afternoon, and I submitted it. I literally did it in one day, which, to be honest, that stresses me out. But it's a professional development review, so it's literally just a bunch of reflecting on what I've learned, what my goals are, how I've changed my goals, and why I've changed my goals. So it's pretty easy to just get done because all you have to do is like think about things. And now I'm just doing a little bit more Anki. I was gonna go to the gym. Well, I was gonna go for a run until the rain came through, which is really annoying. I just wanted to do like maybe 4 slow Ks. But I washed my hair last night, so I'm not running in the rain. So I was gonna go to the gym, sit on the bike and do some mobility, but I literally just don't want to leave the house. It's so rainy. It's cold outside, but because of the dryer, it's so nice and warm inside. And I just have so much uni that I need to do. So I'm like, what if I just like do some mobility here? Because sitting on a bike is so boring. I don't know if you can hear me or see me, but I thought I would show you my mobility routine. I just did 25 minutes on the bike, 5 minutes on the ski, and then leg swings, and then I'll show you what I do. I've done this routine for pretty much the whole time I've done CrossFit, because when I first started CrossFit I got really into weightlifting pretty much straight away, and I just needed a routine to stop me from being so stiff because weightlifting makes me so stiff, and that I could do at the start of every session to also switch my brain into training mode. And I wanted something that I could make into a routine so I didn't have to think about it, because the less barriers to me starting training, the better. So I'm just holding this stretch, focusing on pushing my knee over my toe, and it's to stretch my Achilles because I have really tight calves and Achilles genetically.
Who are you talking to?
And then I go into this hip stretch, nice big lunge position, and I kind of push my hip outwards, and then I also just kind of wiggle around here, and then I also stretch out my hamstring, and then from this position I pick up my back foot and hold this to stretch out my quad. And then from there, I go into pigeon. It's actually one of my favorite stretches. And then I go into a calf stretch. And then I go other leg. I'm also going to do some back mobility. When I'm doing my back stuff, I'm focusing on just moving like my thoracic spine, so between my shoulder blades, sinking it down and then pushing it up so I keep my hips as still as possible. supplements that I've been taking. I don't find that iron tablets upset my tummy. I used to take the Multifa because it's gentle, and then I randomly decided to do the Ferro Plus C because it's the cheapest option, and I have zero issues with it. I am a chronically constipated girly. Have I spoken to you about Metamucil before? I can't remember. This is the love of my life. This is the first tub I've ever had of it, so I haven't been taking it for that long, but life-changing. As someone who is chronically constipated for no good reason, oh, life-changing. Twice a day, solved all my issues. Love her. Anyway, iron doesn't do anything to me. I take this and some extra vitamin C for good measure when I'm not having any dairy products because that inhibits absorption. Before comps, I take Armour Force daily. I also have a bottle up there of the Armour Force that you take when you're sick. I'm not a believer in, like, I don't know, I'm very skeptical of supplements. I think most of them are a waste of money. I go through phases of taking this as well, but this, Armour Force, is one supplement that I swear by and will always swear by. I've never gotten sick while taking these, so I always take them when I have a comp coming up. I also go through phases of taking this Mega B, and then before bed I have magnesium glycinate because this is the best, like, absorbability out of all the different magnesiums. I actually just take half a dose and I've noticed a difference in how sore I am taking that. And I take L-theanine because it's meant to help promote your parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system over your sympathetic fight or flight nervous system. And as an anxious girlie who struggles to sleep, I thought I would give it a go. I can't really tell you if it's done anything. Okay, time to shower. Guys, I'm worried that I jinxed myself because I've never gotten sick while taking these. I woke up at 3 a.m. with a sore throat. I've never gotten sick while taking these. I'm gonna take these. It's meant to be once a day, but I'm in a double dose, so I'll take another one tonight. It's literally the worst timing ever. It's 6:30 and I have a physio appointment at 7:30. Look, if you think about it, it looks like a bird. Like a dodo. I'm having eggs on toast. Even though it's so early in the morning, I know I have to be on top of eating before tomorrow, before the weekend. I'm also going to do a nasal rinse and hope that that helps because it feels like I'm congested up in my sinuses. Good morning. I'm just having some breakfast. I'm having oats again. I'm actually not enjoying it at all. I fully think I jinxed myself the other night when I was talking to you about not getting sick before colds. I don't feel sick, but my sinuses are just so blocked, especially my right side. We don't have to leave for a couple hours. I'm still waiting on a package with the...
So it's coming today?
It said it was coming... Yeah, it says it's expected today, but it hasn't updated to say it is coming today. Yeah, I'm waiting on my clothes that I'm meant to be wearing for the weekend to arrive. But otherwise I'm just doing some uni while I eat and have my coffee. Hey! We're down the coast. We're at our apartment for the weekend. We're about to go get ready to go to the venue to do our event that's on tonight. It is 5:45, 4:45. I'm not on until 6:40. I was contemplating wearing this tank top
halter from Rec because it's very cute, but maybe I want to save it. I don't know. And I'm wearing Rec straight leg leggings at the moment, so I'm not going to work out in those. Our workout tonight is 15 clean and jerks at 60 kilos, 10 clean and jerks at 75, 5 clean and jerks at 90. So it's just a bunch of weightlifting. Okay, let's find something to wear. This is the set. What should I do with my hair? I'll be doing the same thing that I literally always do with it. I don't know how many clips I'm gonna get of my actual event because my cameraman is on 2 heats after me, so he's gonna be in the warm-up area when I'm actually lifting. I'll see what I can do. I'll probably have to insert some iPhone clips. I feel like I need some bronzer because I look as tired as I feel, unfortunately. Maybe a quick, if I can find... I have the straightest eyelashes ever. They literally go downwards. And then I think we're ready to rumble. God, I can't wait to shower and go to bed tonight. Okay, we're back in this top. Leggings, it's time. These ones are Muscle Nation Invisible Scrunch Bum. Literally 5 past 5. But I'm gonna have like half of this. And we're gonna go.
Okay, so event 1 was definitely the one that I was most excited for. You guys know me, you know I love a heavy barbell. So the 55 kilo bar felt really good. I just got through my reps nice and smooth. 15 reps went really quickly, to be honest. And then once I got to the 75 kilo bar, I was like, ooh, this feels a little bit heavy. And I would say that was probably the hardest bar. 10 reps at 75 felt quite heavy. And then once I got to the 90 kilo bar, I knew that I was in the lead. So I was just focused on staying a rep ahead of the girl who was behind me and making sure that I wasn't going to fail any lifts, but still moving as quickly as I felt like I could. And just knowing that she was there kind of kept me moving a little bit more. And it worked out great. And then I had pasta for dinner.
Good morning. Debrief after event 1. I'm definitely sick. So that's really cool. The thing that concerns me is I've woken up and I feel a little bit tight in my chest, which as an asthmatic, everything I ever get ends up sticking in my lungs. And I was really hoping, because this has been literally just sinuses, I was just hoping it was a little bit of a sinus infection and it would stay in my head. Of course, I'm not that lucky. I will try to do today's events. The first one today is pretty cardio heavy. It's the longest workout of the weekend. We're going for a walk this morning to get coffee and breakfast. This is what I'm wearing. This is a RecGen little crop top. I'm wearing Muscle Republic cute little track pants. And if you think I look tan at the moment, the Bondi Sands self-tanning drops. I rub them in with my moisturizer at night, and they do make my eyebrows orange. But I don't hate it because my hair is so warm toned. It kind of just feels like I've had my eyebrows done. Let's go for a walk. I don't have my first event today until 1:50. So I've got a lot of spare time this morning. So I guess I'll try and get some uni done. It's time to get wetty, I guess. I've been locked up. My camera is crooked. Groundbreaking. Muscle Nation. My favourite running shorts ever. I'm wearing a RecGen sports bra and over the top a Muscle Nation long sleeve LSKD socks. Let's go.
As I said, I was dreading this event because it was a long one. It was 4 rounds, 500 meter row, and then you had to carry the sandbag up the lane, run 100 meters, carry the kettlebell up the lane, run 100 meters, carry both the dumbbells overhead up the lane, run 100 meters. For 4 rounds? Too much. This clip is me seeing the camera, getting distracted by the camera and pulling a face, and then forgetting that I had to carry my kettlebell with me. Embarrassing. Anyway, I ended up not minding this event. Surprisingly, my lungs felt okay. It was really hard. I wish I pushed myself a little bit harder on the runs, because that's definitely where I lost a lot of time. And I think I was just feeling sorry for myself a little bit, and like not really in like the competition headspace of like pushing really hard, because I was really scared of how long of an event it was and how sick I felt. But it's fine.
I'm back. I'm back. Came 6th in that one, which is, I guess, low-key better than I was expecting. I'm gonna have a shower. I'm very sad to be taking off this outfit, but I don't want to wear it for the event tonight because it's handstand walking, double unders and dumbbell snatches, and these pants are too flowy to be upside down in. I've got about an hour before I have to get ready to go again, so I'm gonna lie in bed. I might do a little bit of uni actually, because I haven't done a single bit today. I just don't have the energy. I just had lunch. I had a bag of rice, some sliced turkey meat, some cherry tomatoes, and some ketchup menace, which is like a sweet soy sauce. It was so basic, but it actually was exactly what I felt like. I never feel like anything with like strong flavours on comp days, because it's too much and it repeats on you. So I'm just gonna have that. I might have an LCM before this next workout, and then that'll be a good amount of food.
You'll have to excuse the live stream footage from this event. I had literally no one to take videos of me because Ben was warming up and no one else was there watching us. So this is all I've got. This workout started with a 45-meter handstand walk, turning around every 15 meters, which I did the 15-meter segments unbroken. It felt really good. And then we moved on to a 22.5 kilo dumbbell for 30 dumbbell snatches. I broke this up twice, which I think was a bit too conservative. And then we had 300 double unders, which I only broke up once. It was just my lungs at this point feeling it. And then going back to the second set of dumbbell snatches, they actually felt better than the first set. I only broke them up once and it felt really good. And then we had 45-meter handstand walk to finish off with. I didn't quite finish it off. I was 10 meters from finishing. That was where the workout was. That was really tough, but this event was so much fun.
What's up, queens? I'm back. We're about to have dinner.
Hi.
We're having... what's this called?
Ravioli.
Ravioli. I kept wanting to call it rigatoni. What's rigatoni?
Who's Tony, huh?
And it's got tomato sauce on it.
That's a good angle.
Yep.
No wonder you have so many. No wonder you have so many subscribers.
Yep. They come from my good looks and my nostrils. Ben and I tied in both of our workouts today. For the first one, we got the exact same time. And then in the one tonight, we both got to the exact same spot in the handstand walk. But I beat him last night, so it's technically still 1-0.
It is.
And this is the real competition that matters to me.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't care about the other competition as long as I beat Ben. Anyway, we're going to eat. It's already nearly 8:30, so we're going to eat and go to bed. Luckily, we don't start tomorrow until midday. When I woke up at 2 a.m. this morning, I thought that I was getting better because my nose wasn't blocked at all. And I was obviously half asleep, but I was like, I kind of feel good. And then I woke up coughing at like 7 a.m. and I was like, ew, I'm not better. It's the last day, but we have 3 events today. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get through them. I'm on at 12:30, around 4, and then around like 6. So definitely a busier day today. Definitely going to be feeling it tomorrow. I really struggled to get ready today. I feel wrecked. I haven't been sleeping great, obviously, because I'm sick. I'm not in my own bed. I think just comps, obviously the stress. I have nothing on all week. other than studying for my exam. So hopefully I can just chill and recover. Again, today, haven't done any uni. Haven't done any uni since Friday morning. I did literally 1 hour. I set a timer. That's the last time I did uni. And I'm not going to do any today, I don't think. Because I feel wrecked enough as it is. I don't want to be doing uni in between events. I want to be relaxing. I'm wearing the same Muscle Republic trackies. And I'm also wearing my basic bitch top that I love. Where's this from? Lioness. But to work out in, I'm wearing Rec today. I do not feel like competing today. It's actually the last thing I feel like doing, but I'm in second by 1 point. So third's a point behind me, fourth is 2 points behind me. So I'm probably going to fall out of the podium today because I'm competing with girls who are indie semi-finalists. I don't know how I've managed to keep second this long. Like we've only done 3 events. We've got another 3 to go, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. We're only halfway there. But our last event got released. It's ring muscle ups and overhead squats at 50 kilos, which is good for me, but it's also good for those girls. So anyway, we're doing the best we can. We're not putting expectations on ourselves, and we're understanding that we are stressed and that we are sick, and we're just having fun.
I wasn't feeling too bad for this first event. My brother came down and watched, which was really nice, and I feel bad because it ended up being my worst event. So it was interval style. I think it was every 2 minutes. You did 11 calories on the bike erg, 1 legless rope climb, and then 2 rope climbs with your legs, and then max front squats in the remaining time until you accumulated 50 reps. I don't even remember anymore. The bike was fine. Wasn't too many calories. Legless is fine because it was only one of them and the rope was a little bit shorter, and then I love a normal rope climb, but the rope was slipperier than I expected it to be. But where I came undone was the front squats. I don't know. I think I just got in my head. Yeah, it was 50 reps. And I just got in my head thinking that I wouldn't be able to do it in 2. I ended up doing 23 reps in this first set. And then I was just so upset and I ended up finishing it in 3. I did 23 and then I went to 47 and then I had to do the bike and the rope climbs again to get to 50 on my third set. And I got no rep on my rope climb even though I touched it, and it was just a whole thing. Anyway, this next event was a lot more fun. It was a sprint piece, 40 toes to bar, which I did unbroken, 30 line facing burpees, which typically would have scared the shit out of me. I don't know if you guys know, but burpees and me have never gotten along and they've always terrified me, and 30 for me is a big number, but I've been working on them a lot and I'm really proud with how I held my pace throughout these reps. I thought this lunge would be completely fine. It was 2 22.5s. I usually love a lunge, and it was the hardest a lunge has literally ever felt. It felt horrible. I was so slow. It felt like I could have failed one of those lunges. And then my last event for the night was the final. At this point I was in 3rd and I just was trying to keep holding on to 3rd. I knew where all the girls were that I needed to beat and I made sure I stayed ahead of them. I was pretty proud of myself with this one. I definitely learnt a lot. I think in training when I do ring muscle ups, I don't do them with a lot of intensity because there's something that I've only just gotten better at. So I do EMOMs or I give myself a lot of rest before them in a workout. And this made me realize that I need to do them with a bit more intensity because my dip very quickly started to fail, like way faster than I would have thought it would have. So that was a bit disappointing, but it's fine. And it was paired with overhead squats at 50 kilos, which I love. What more can I say? That was fine for me. It was literally all in the muscle up, and I ended up breaking it up more than I wanted to and failing a few reps, but you live and you learn, right? And I had so much fun out there. It was such a good learning experience. So I'm very grateful for that.
Well, guys, I cannot wait to spend literally all day tomorrow not moving from my bed and actually allow myself to be sick. Oh yeah, I came 3rd. I managed to hold on by 1 point. I'm pretty happy with how I went today. The first workout, that's actually the only workout of the weekend that I felt sick doing. And I guess it makes sense because this morning, as you guys would have seen, I was It was not live, laugh, living, live, laugh, loving. I was struggling. And I was very worried for how I would go for the rest of the day. But thankfully, that was the worst one. I really messed up my arms, but that's okay. Where did you end up coming?
I think I probably just
I didn't even look.
I think I probably stayed in 9.
But you had like 29 people in yours.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's okay.
I only had
Not as good as third.
like 14 or 15 in mine. It's 8 o'clock already, because our last event wasn't until like 6:20, 6:30, and then we had to hang around for the presentations.
Yeah, because someone got third.
I'm very pleasantly surprised with myself. I didn't go in with a single expectation of myself. No, I don't want it. I'll talk when I can turn the light. Oh, is that okay? Is that hard for you to drive?
No.
Are you gonna crash the car?
Our parents made that up.
Obviously, my training, like, I don't really... I mean, I have dreams, I guess, but they don't feel attainable with the amount that I train, with the time that I have. So I guess it's good feedback that I can... And, like, this whole CrossFit season has been good feedback that I can train for an hour a day and still... I feel like I've gotten fitter, right?
Yeah, must be nice. 4 hours a day. Get worse. Might be something, isn't it?
Well, I feel like when I was training for 3 or 4 hours a day, I was like, I kind of stopped improving.
Yeah.
But now I feel like it's like, even though I've got the added like psychological stress, there's less like fatigue in my muscles, in my body, because I'm training less, so I'm actually recovering in between sessions a bit more. So maybe that like has helped.
Yeah.
And I think also obviously starting to run has helped with my fitness. And I think I'm lucky that my food, like I eat enough, so I've kept a lot of my strength. I'll talk more after we eat our Hungry Jacks.
Just a Coke, thank you.
Was that the beef or chicken hungry timer?
Beef, please.
Sorry?
Beef?
The chicken one, sorry?
No, the beef one, please.
A large Whopper meal with a Sprite, please.
And can I just get a large Whopper meal with a Sprite?
Was that everything?
Yes, please.
Thank you, drive on through.
Thank you.
So, I obviously forgot to talk to you after we got our Hungry Jacks. I haven't picked up my camera since. I do apologise. I got straight into study mode for my exam and trying to get over my cold, but I thought I should probably come on and say thank you so much for watching if you made it this far through. I know it was a very long vlog, but I honestly cut out so much. I just loved chatting to you guys and catching up with you guys. So hopefully I'll be back soon. I've got one more week of holidays and then I'm back to uni and I'm gonna do a vlog for you guys. So stay tuned for that and thank you for watching.